And that's how it works sometimes. I'm hoping that everybody will see that we went live again, and hopefully they will be joining us soon. Again. But we are waiting here with, I think we have one person watching right now.
I know. What? So the power went out. It's raining
The
here.
power went out. Typical summer.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Okay, we got people starting to roll in now.
Slowly coming in.
And let's answer Antoine's question.
Yes. So we're 7 months away from WRX TS. What are you looking forward to about driving it? In your honest opinion, do you think the TS is DOA and will force Subaru's hand to bring back the SCI?
You know, it's one of those things, Antoine, where I don't know what Subaru is thinking. I feel like us fans keep telling them over and over again what we really want, and they kind of do the opposite. I feel like it's going to be better, and I'm looking forward to driving it, which will be happening later this year. But from a standpoint of it bringing back the STI, I don't think Subaru is seriously going to be bringing back the STI. And if they do, like they said before, it's probably going to be an EV. Yeah. So, but very good question. Jacob is back. If you're wondering what had happened, the power went out
twice.
We lost twice.
Yeah.
We lost the Wi-Fi. And this is one of the many reasons why this summer we are in the process of getting a generator. Yeah. So if you live anywhere where the power can go out at any time because of weather, Florida is one of those places. It's one of those things that we probably should have got a generator sooner.
A while ago, yeah, because this last 2 years haven't been very good.
We've lost a lot of power. So, but thank you for those who are rejoining us. Thank you for those who gave us a super chat, which we were not able to get to. If you super chatted, if you could let us know, I'll try to answer.
Jacob will, keep an eye on the comments. And thank you, Jacob, for jumping back over to here. So thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you we're up to 70 people. I'm sure as more people notice that, hey, the live is still going up, and we got our first super chat
on
take two. So we're doing take two. Emily, thank you so much for your super chat, and thank you for watching from Canada. I know we had a great time in Montreal with the Civic Hybrid.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun.
And Steven is back here. He just texted me saying his lights were flickering too.
Yeah.
So it's not just our house kind of thing. It's all over the place.
Dan Mulroney made it back.
Dan is back. We're happy to be back here.
Antoine Lee Thomas.
They're slowly trickling in.
Yes, Chris is here.
It's one of those things that just like when we're filming at an auto show, when people walk in front of us or people get in the car, we just keep filming.
Yeah, or they make announcements. Remember, I think it was a couple of years ago, the Detroit Auto Show.
Yes.
The president came.
Yes.
And they were making these really loud announcements, and we were finishing up in the backseat, and we just kept going.
Yeah, you had to. You just have to.
Yeah.
We got a question from PK. It says, do you think Volkswagen thinks the USA market is an afterthought? The ID Buzz is still not on sale here. I'm really wondering, PK, what the heck they're doing, because there doesn't seem to be any word on the ID Buzz. Now, I did talk to the manager, Paul, at Volkswagen Brandon, and supposedly he's been given a date of November, a month of November, that they're supposed to start delivering ID Buzzes. We'll have to wait and see. But very good question. Of course, Chris has a good question
about the 2025 Murano. We get asked that question a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people have been wondering when a Murano is happening again, and I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting to see it. It's supposed to be happening soon. I know Kick's Media Drive is going to be happening, and then we're supposed to be seeing, hopefully, the new Armada soon.
Yes, which would be very
nice.
I
think a lot of people are going to be happy about the Armada. Emily gave us another super chat. I think Jacob dug something up.
Yeah, so Jacob got the last super chat from the last stream. Thank you, Jacob, for getting that.
Yes, Anthony.
Here's another one. Opinion on the 2025 Infiniti QX80, and I'm wondering when the 2025 Nissan Armada is going to release.
Well, Anthony, very good question.
Yeah, thanks, Jacob.
And thank you, Jacob. And I think that was Anthony Baez that brought up that question, because he's always asking the Nissan and Infiniti questions. But I really think that the Armada is going to shock a lot of you. We were in Japan and we got to see basically the next 10 years of Nissan stuff. And I think if it looks like anything like what they're bringing with the Pathfinder, the Nissan Rogue Rock Creek edition stuff. Yeah.
I'm actually really impressed with the Rock Creek edition.
Yes.
They've really stepped it up. And so and we should
if
be
only
seeing, like
it didn't have a
said,
CVT. That's the one thing that sucks.
Yeah, that is the disappointing thing. But so we've got a couple more questions rolling in here. ID5. Does America get the Volkswagen ID5?
As of right now, no. As of right now, no. I haven't even seen an ID7.
And then Kenson25 wants to know, what cars do you have in the collection besides?
Well, Kenson, I would love to sit here and talk about that, but we are going to be putting a review together. I do know that I still, people ask, do I still have my Shelby GT350R Heritage Edition? Yes. Do I still have my Camaro ZL1 1LE? Yes. And thankfully, I have this amazing person sitting next to me that puts up with my car addiction. I mean, thanks to all of you, I get to experience this stuff and bring it to you. And it really is an honor to have you guys on this journey with us. I mean, to think that back in 2017, we started with an iPhone 7 and here we are now and have all you great people that are in our lives. And it's really awesome.
It's pretty tremendous when you think about it like that.
Chris is saying, love you, Oscar.
Oh,
yeah,
Oscar.
we love Oscar.
Yes,
he's sleeping.
Do you want to come here and make an appearance?
Yes.
Come here. Come here. Everybody wants to see you.
Over here.
Come here. Come here.
He's such a good little boy. It looks like a majority of the people, unfortunately, did not see that we are live. But it's great to have all 87 of you. And we'll try to get through some of these questions. There's a good one. MR2 or Celica rumors. I've been hearing rumors here and there about the Celica and the MR2. I'm just afraid that it's going to be nothing super exciting. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, the MR2 came about during such a special time. And me personally, I love the first two generations of the MR2. I never really liked the MR2 Spider.
Why?
It moved away from what an MR2 was. It was like it's a convertible only and just didn't have the magic that the original MR2 had.
I guess I can see that.
So we'll have to see. And I personally love Celicas. I think the Celica should have never went away. And I feel like when they combined Scion with Toyota again, it would have been great if they would have made the Scion TC a Toyota Celica. But thank you, Emily, for another super chat from up in Canada. We really appreciate you.
Jose Cruz wants to know, what's your favorite EV?
My favorite EV is going to be probably a Porsche Taycan. I have not driven the Ioniq 5N yet, so we'll have to wait and see what that's all about. But I love Porsche Taycans. I think they're fun to drive and have that Porsche DNA in them.
Yeah.
I mean, was there another EV that we had recently that
you really liked? I mean, the Audi
e-tron GT, which is basically a Porsche Taycan. Yeah. I don't know if I was obsessed with that one.
No, you were. But you were impressed.
I didn't say obsessed. No. There's no EVs I'm obsessed with. Yes.
No.
Yes. Jake Johnson says, glad that they are bringing back. I'm glad that they're bringing back the Civic Si as well. I was a little concerned that they weren't. So we'll have to wait and see what happens when we go to drive it shortly. Wednesday Weld says, did you do a Cayman GTS 4.0 video? Yes, I did. And I actually did that review from the Porsche Performance Driving Center in Los Angeles. So make sure you see that one. It's really, really good.
And then that Mexican guy wants to know, what are your thoughts on the Mustang GT24? He bought one, but it's an automatic.
I think they're great cars, and it's the only one left that has the naturally aspirated V8. Still brings a lot of value, but good thing you bought a 2024 because Ford announced that all 2025s are getting a price increase.
Which is really interesting.
Yes.
So MJB0183 says Jay Leno is probably jealous of your car.
That's very nice of you to say, but I'm not so sure about that. I think maybe I'm more jealous of Jay Leno's car collection, but I am very grateful for the collection that we've been able to put together, and I just can't wait to share more of it with you. That's for sure.
We got a couple more super
Oh,
chats.
nice.
Dante Santoyo, thank you so much,
thank
Dante.
you for that. Was that a little dinosaur?
And that's actually, it says it's the number
Number
one.
one.
It's his first super chat.
This is your first shoot. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
So,
you for doing that.
We'll keep an eye on the comments, Dante, if you have a question.
Yes.
And Jacob will keep an eye out too,
Yes.
so that we can answer any question or read
Please.
your comment. And so thank you so much for that. Clancy79 Xander 1703
says,
will you do a review of the new Alfa Romeo Tonale?
I actually have. If you ever want to know if I've done a specific review, type in that car name and then just type in Raiti. Or if you want to type in Raiti's Rides, that's fine too. It'll actually bring up what I've reviewed. And I think I've reviewed possibly 2 of those.
At least.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, that's an easy way to find what you've reviewed. But thank you so much for that super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. And as more people are coming in, we're up to 109 people in this take 2 of the summer special.
The power went out.
One thing you should know is that here in Florida, we are the lightning capital of the world, and it just happens. And I know some people were like, oh, why don't you schedule this when it's not going to rain? During the summer, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
No, and it rains when it's sunny out. It's the weirdest thing.
It's the weirdest thing.
I'll be walking the dog.
Right now it's pouring outside.
It's so strange. So thank you guys for coming back. So let's see. Mustang Spy Z wants to know Mustang GT or Camaro SS.
It's
the
tough.
Age-old question.
It's tough. You're splitting hairs. I think if you want, the best thing to do would be to get the Camaro SS since it is dying off for 2024. And then if down the road, you could go Mustang GT because according to Ford, they're going to continue to make the V8 powered Mustang for a while to come. So,
and then Kathleen BZ wants to know if she should buy the 24 Toyota 4Runner or wait for the 25.
the 4Runner is a great vehicle. I had that hybrid when Steven and I were up in Detroit doing the Explorer drive.
Right.
It's still a great vehicle. It's got amazing MPGs, and they did update the infotainment system. It's really a crapshoot because I'm not so sure if they're going to redesign it for 2025.
The 4Runner? Not the RAV4.
Oh, did she say?
Did I say RAV4?
I think I said RAV4.
Oh.
My mistake.
4Runner.
Scratch that.
Okay, start over.
Yeah, start over.
Take 2.
I would go 2024 4Runner. The reason why is that it's just old school Toyota and it's bulletproof.
True.
The new 4Runner is great. They're going to have that down the road. It's still going to be around. So get what is going away now, and then switch.
Do you think it's possible that she could get a deal on it? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know about that because they're still good. They're so good.
They're such great cars, and they don't depreciate.
Maybe you want to have markup.
Yeah.
But there's going to be, we all know a lot of Toyota dealerships are going to mark the hell out of that new 4Runner.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
We're back up to 125 people.
Yay!
Thank God.
I don't think you can go wrong, Kathleen.
Yes. Yeah, you can't go wrong either way. Remember, if you have a specific question or a specific shout out, make sure you use the super chat feature because now we're up to 130 people and we're getting a lot of stuff here.
And then for Clancy79, Jacob has the link for you.
That's awesome.
Alfa Romeo Tonale. So
that's awesome.
So much,
thank you. Jacob is the man. That's why that's why we love having him.
Wednesday Weld wants to know where Steven is. He was here a second ago.
Steven,
where are you?
He's got bigger and better things to do, I'm sure. I'm sure he's playing Forza 47 or Gran Turismo 38 or something like that. Or he loves his Nintendo Switch. So he's doing something.
Yes. So I just saw a question here.
Yes.
Kenson25 wants to know your thoughts on the Jeep 392.
Kenson, I love the Jeep 392. Obviously it's one of those vehicles where it's like, do you need a Jeep 392? Of course not. Do you want a Jeep 392? Heck yes. Steven is still here, by the way. So I would say if you have the means to get one, go for it. Enjoy it now.
Yeah, I completely agree with
that. And
that.
Anthony's back. Thank you, Anthony. I hope you were here. Jacob actually dragged your question out of the other live Q&A before the power went out.
Yes.
And we answered your question for you. But Anthony Baez is back with another super chat. Thank you, Anthony. We really appreciate it. He's like, here's another one opinion on the 2025 Infiniti QX80. And I'm wondering when. Oh, that's what he asked before.
Yes.
So thank you for asking that again. It's coming soon. In the next few weeks, we will be seeing it in person, the actual production vehicle. So please stay tuned because we're going to be bringing it to you.
Yeah.
And if it's anything like the QX80, I think it's going to be well worth the wait.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I love the QX80.
The QX80 is very impressive.
But the good news is we all know that usually Nissan with their platinum trim gets you close to an Infinity without the Infinity price.
That's
and
true.
With the autograph trim being $110,000, this is hopefully an avenue for people who don't want to go that route.
Absolutely. We've got some stuff from Jacob. Thank you, Jacob, for digging this stuff up.
Yes.
Dante Santoyo did
Thank
a super
you, Dante,
chat.
and I hope you're still here.
Yes. Says, I love you guys. Didn't write my message on accident since I watch a ton of people, but I've never felt obligated to send love.
Wow.
And to send LOL, love your enthusiasm for cars, and it's always a joy watching.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Jacob, for digging that up. And if you're still here, Dante, watching part 2, take 2 of this exciting night.
Much for
yes,
yes, it's been exciting for us. Hopefully, a little exciting for you guys.
It's one of the greatest honors to be able to share my car passion with you, and to definitely have fun too behind the wheel of wheels of some of these awesome cars.
And then Nell Cabal wants to know your thoughts on the new 25 Civic with the direct 2.0 engine.
You know, I think that it's going to be one of those things that it's a Honda. It's going to drive well. Is it possible to run into problems like other direct injected engines? Sure. But I think that when it comes to fuel economy and stuff, that it's going to work very well.
We've got a super chat from Emily.
Thank you, so much, Emily. We appreciate you.
She wants to know your opinion on a few cars here.
Ooh.
Do you want to start with
the Bugatti EB110 is one of my favorite cars of all time. When I was in high school and that Bugatti EB110 came out, that was really a dream car. I mean, to have 4 turbochargers, a V12, just ridiculous on so many levels. And if it wasn't for the McLaren F1 that came out around the same time, I feel like the Bugatti EB110 would get a lot more love than what it did. The Pantera, another one. I mean, the fact that you have the Italian style with a big old Ford V8, that to me is fun all day long, and it's a sexy looking car. And there's not enough to say about the BMW M1. I mean, that car was really groundbreaking for BMW. And every now and then I see them at a local Cars and Coffee, which is pretty cool.
That is really cool. So thank you, Emily.
Yes.
And then
Prashanti?
Prashant?
Yes.
Paletti from Canada.
From Canada.
Been following you for some time now. You're the best. Wishing you the best.
Well, thank you. You know, it's one of those things that we can't do what we do without your support. So I can't do what I do without your support, without Lori being the best production manager and videographer, and then of course Steven being the other awesome videographer that we have. I really feel like you know, it's a double barrel shotgun, and we are locked and loaded. I got 2 of the best in the industry working with me, and having the support of all you just makes it all worthwhile at the end of the day, because it's gotten to the point where I enjoy doing what we do still for you guys. It's not like, oh, I got to do this because I got to do it. It's like I want to do it.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Gary McKinnon wants to know, or Jerry McKinnon. Yes. Hey, Joe, what do you think of your Grape Ape Dodge Challenger, your Demon 170 Destroy a Grave?
Well, you know, the Demon 170 obviously is the top performer compared to Grape Ape.
Right.
Which, if you don't know what Grape Ape is, that is my 2023 Dodge Challenger Hellcat jailbreak, wide body with a manual transmission. They're 2 totally different cars. And that's why, because some people were like, oh, you got 2 Challengers, why'd you do that? They're 2 totally different cars. I promise you that. Even though they're both Challenger bodied, they're 2 totally different cars. And I have a deep dive with more of that coming. So stay tuned where we get behind the wheel of both. So stay tuned.
Lance Ippolito, thank you so much.
Thank you for this super chat.
Debating a Supra C8, Charger Scat, or Porsche 718 daily driver and to have fun. Leaning towards the Supra since at MSRP, but see deals on the wide body as well. Scat Pack.
You know, first of all, Lance, thank you for the super chat. I think you got one hell of a lineup of cars to choose from.
Yeah.
You know, the Supra is a great value. It really is a great value. But if you could find a Charger Scat Pack on a dealer's lot right now, there are maximum savings. So it really depends on, do you want to go the maximum savings route, or do you want to kind of compromise the two and go the super route? I really think, C8 Corvette is great as well, and the prices on those are becoming more reasonable. 718 is awesome. I just think out of the ones that he listed is probably not the best daily driver.
Okay.
Even though it's got great cargo space, I just, with the type of car that it is.
Like the
well, you would have to get right. Yeah,
seats.
You'd have to get. It's still it's a very tight
it's
interior.
Still very tight.
Yeah.
No, I don't disagree. Yeah, that would be
very good question. And you know what? My advice is get behind the wheel. Whatever one makes your heart pitter patter the most, that's what you drop the cash on.
Yeah, heck yeah. Great question. Okay, so we have another super chat from Ron Gertiza. Thanks for joining us, Ron. Hey, Joe, Lori, and Oscar, do you have any insight on the Mustang GTD? Are you going to get your hands on one for a review?
Well, I do obviously have very good friends that work for Ford, and they definitely want to see us get behind the wheel of a Mustang GTD when that becomes available. The latest news is what I put up in that racing vlog that we did not too long ago, where they talked about how they're going to have special colors, just like Porsche does their paint the sample, and then they're going to have exclusive colors that you choose. Like if I want a Mustang GTD, the blue on this bottle,
the Kirkland blue,
they will do it.
Excellent.
They will do it. And then what they'll do is nobody else in the whole world can get the Kirkland blue.
Wow.
So still saying over 800 horsepower. I don't know what that really means. That can be 801 horsepower, 800.5 horsepower, or it could be, it could be 1,000 horsepower. Yeah. I don't know. But definitely stay tuned because we'll be bringing it to you. And thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, great question. And then we have The Beach is the World. Thank you so much for the super chat.
On throttle.
Yes, great job, guys. Peace and love from St. Augustine.
Wow, St. Augustine. Here's a little fun fact. If our viewers who were up to 150 viewers don't know, that's the oldest city in the whole United States.
Interesting.
That was the first city that was actually discovered by the Spanish explorers. It was Juan Ponce de Leon.
Wow.
And one of the reasons why he was there is that he was searching for the Fountain of Youth.
And for those that do not know, Joe used to be a high school history teacher. Yes.
No.
Yes, you did for 18 years.
I stayed at a Howard Johnson. Not Howard Johnson. What did they say? I stayed at a Holiday Inn.
A Holiday Inn?
Yeah. Remember those commercials where like you stay at a Holiday Inn, you get all this information.
That's how you learn everything?
Yeah.
No, you're just really old. I have no idea what you're talking about.
There you go. Yes. Those commercials aren't even that old. That's the funny thing.
I don't watch television. I don't know what you're talking about. But thank you. The beach is the word.
Yes.
That was a really, really nice
bird
to
is
hear somebody from the beach.
Yeah, but also the bird is the word.
And that is true. I have heard that one. You can't pull the wool over my eyes.
Bird of the word.
He pulls the wool over my eyes all the time.
Yes.
And then Jerry wants to say congrats on your Demon 170.
Thank you. Really appreciate you.
Okay, so let's take a
see
look
if we
here
can scroll through.
Subhan Roblox wants to know, when will the new Cadillac Escalade V go on sale?
That's supposed to go on sale later this summer. So stay tuned. It looks really good in person, and I'm curious just how good that screen's going to be.
Thank you, Jacob, for sharing the link where you can get some merch. If you haven't seen, you can get some fun.
Thank you. Yeah, we have to the door panels. Let me see if I can stand up there.
Yes,
Which one is yours?
Mine is
and I like that color.
This is my favorite.
It almost looks like dry fit. It's nice.
It's not. I know, it's a nice color.
Yeah,
but I've got dog hair all over.
Looks good on you. That's all right. We have dogs.
That's true.
Or dog.
Eric is a history major. So
that's wow, Eric, that's awesome.
The best teachers were always the history teachers, I have to say, which is why you're so good at what you
have the most fun.
My favorite high school teacher was Mr. Johnson. Was the best history teacher. So good. All right, so here we go. Scrolling.
Chris, that's cool that you saw a Cybertruck. I think I'm starting to see them more. Believe it or not, it's almost gotten to the point here in the Tampa St. Pete area where it almost seems like a normal occurrence.
Yeah.
You just drive by and you're just like, oh, okay.
There it goes.
Yeah, there it goes.
Dumpster, Anthony is back with another question.
Okay.
Thank you, Anthony. Which car is the most popular from Toyota?
I would say, in my opinion, it's got to be the Supra. I mean, overall, that's got to be the most iconic car from Toyota.
Yeah.
I mean, the 2000 GT, I think for people that are car enthusiasts, is a really special, iconic car.
I owned a Celica.
So Celicas are important to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a great
But very
one.
good question, Anthony.
And then thank you for the super chat. Patrick Chitara, thank you for the super chat. You've got to get an SRT Viper next. Oh, God, Patrick, stop it. Don't encourage him. It's a childhood car of mine. Remember buying a poster from my fair book back in the days. It was blue with white stripes. You guys are just like brothers from another mother.
I love Vipers, and that's one of the things I'm so pissed off about sometimes is that they ended production of the Viper the same year that we started Raity's Rides.
I know, that was sad. And then we hear from our friends at Dodge all the time.
Yeah.
About that
the media drive was so awesome. The good old days. And I'm just like, son of a bee. Son of a bee. But it's interesting. So the teenage side of Joe Raiti wants a second gen Viper GTS, like you were talking about, Dante, the blue with the white stripes. Patrick, I'm sorry. I thought it was Dante.
No worries.
Patrick. The adult side of me, who's a car enthusiast, wants the 5th gen, like an ACRE. They're saying I should get one.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I remember the days of the book fairs.
I remember book fairs.
Love book fairs.
So
yes,
much.
That was a special.
But Patrick, you guys are on the same brainwave.
Yes.
So
now we got Dante with it, and thank you, Patrick, for the super chat. We got another great super chat from Dante.
We just watched your review of the new AMG GT, and my wife loved it. So we went to go see one yesterday, and she wants to trade in her Matt C43 coupe now. That's hilarious.
Listen, I get it. I get it. It's a real bad mamma jamma.
That's awesome.
I think Steven would echo my thoughts on how it looks and how it drives. I mean, it really
Steven
is.
actually just posted that car on his Facebook page because it's such a beautiful car.
It's really the only thing I'm bummed out about is that it's not on its own bespoke chassis like the previous AMG GT is, but the fact that you still get the 4-liter bi-turbo V8, I'm excited.
Yeah, that's really
awesome,
cool.
Dante.
I hope she gets it, Dante.
Yes.
That's pretty exciting. David P, thank you for the very generous super
chat.
David,
oh wow, that is a thank you,
really
David.
Nice
that's really nice of you, man. We really
nice.
appreciate you. And that's the thing is that there's people here like David and many others that you guys are in the comments every single day. And I try my hardest to be in the comments as much as I can. And it's just great to see familiar names, familiar people, and just great to share
it really is.
It all. So
thank
you, David. It does. And that's one of the things that has made this so amazing is that
one thing I'll say about Joe is he really is. You know, he's had the nickname the hardest working guy on YouTube for a while.
That's nice.
As somebody who, and Steven can attest to this, he really is the hardest working guy.
That's really nice. That's really nice of you to say.
It is like 1,000 degrees outside. And it's like you walk outside and you just are sweating and it's so hot. And he's going to go film 5 cars. And he is thoroughly enjoying every minute of it. And he's like half dying because it's 10,000 degrees. So thank you for saying that.
Thank you.
It means a lot.
Thank you, Lori. It's very sweet
of course. It's true.
Can I get the Viper now?
Moving
on.
Car Conversations has a comment
yes.
Here. Hey,
thank you for the super chat.
Yes, and thank you, David. And Car Conversation says, "Hey Joe, we just saw the 25 GMC Yukon being tested, and it looks awesome. When do you think it's going to go on sale?"
I think it's probably going to go on sale maybe by the end of the summer, beginning fall, because we're supposed to be seeing it soon as the actual production model.
Right.
So stay tuned. But that's my guesstimate of when it's going to be happening.
Yes. Anthony, thank you so much,
yes.
Anthony. I thought the most popular Toyota car is the Camry.
That is a very good point.
Yeah.
Or could it be the Corolla?
Well, is Camry's probably
which
the
one
number
is sold
one
more?
Seller?
You sure?
No.
I don't know.
No, I'm not sure.
I know. See?
You're so silly.
So Anthony, that's it. I want Anthony to definitely find out, has there been more Camrys sold or more Corollas?
I'm going to put my money on the Camry.
You think so?
Anthony.
Because I believe if you look at Honda, the Civic is the better seller overall than the Accord.
That's true. I'm still going Camry.
Yes, we'll see.
What about Tacoma?
No, they haven't been. It hasn't been around long enough.
Okay. Jeffrey, I'm sorry that your message was retracted, but thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you, Jeffrey. And Jacob, if you see Jeffrey's question or message, let us know.
And Jacob does have a comment from Cali Connected in the super chat. What car has the best door panels?
Ooh.
And that's what we really need to know.
Yes. I'll tell you right now, I really think it's probably got to be the Lexus LC 500.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really love the artistic design, the craftsmanship. And another funny thing about the LC 500 is that it has the best volume knob of any car that I've ever reviewed. It is absolutely amazing to adjust the volume. Seriously, it's so smooth. It's made out of metal.
Wow.
It's the perfect volume knob.
I'm gonna have to try.
You're gonna have to.
Wow, that sounds
Yes.
like an experience.
Yes, it is.
And so thank you so much
Yes.
for Jacob and for
Callie.
Callie Connected.
Yes.
And then we have 300C and me. Hey, Joe and Lori, you need to switch and let Lori review a car. Here's what I will say. 300C and me, you're very sweet. Joe tries to get
I've
me
tried
to do it all the time, and I refuse.
She's done two. She's done them. You one on your BRZ and you did one Raptor back in like 2019.
Oh my gosh. I'm still trying to figure out how we missed Callie Connected super chat.
Did we?
There it is.
Sorry,
I'm
Callie
so sorry,
Connected.
Callie.
We're sorry about that.
Yes.
I hope you're still here and you heard us mention your name and tell you your answer.
Yes. Because I can't wait to try this volume knob, even though it's not on the door panel.
Yes.
It's still very exciting. All right. So 300C and me.
Yes.
Thank you. Connor Murphy, any news or rumors on the 25 RDX or TLX? And great job.
Well, thank you, Connor, for the super chat. I think TLX isn't going to happen for at least another year or so because they just did a refresh for 2024. I'm still wondering what the hell they're going to do with the RDX because it is still chugging along basically the same that it's been for the last few years. It's a great vehicle. I enjoy driving them, but you're right. Some change would be nice, and I would like to see a Type S version of the Acura RDX.
That would be nice.
Great question.
Thank you, Connor. And then Jeffrey Miller has a super chat. So what's your opinion on the Buick Envision 2021?
Well, Jeffrey, I think that you're going to be able to find a good value with the price on a Buick Envision. And, it's one of those things that if you need a vehicle and you need versatility and usability and you don't want to break the bank, then that's a good one to go with.
Solid car.
Yeah.
Sure. And then Matthew Cangliosi, thank you so much for the super chat. How many Twinkies will fit into the Dream Giveaway cars? Those have been great watches. I really like the details on the Viper ACR and the Shelby Centennial.
Nice. Well, you have definitely good taste, not only loving Twinkies, but that Viper ACR was very special. And so was the Shelby Centennials. The great news about Dream Giveaway is that they love Twinkies just as much as we do.
Yes,
so
they do.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
Yes.
And then Big Jeezy has a super chat. Watching you go on throttle and then all Nissan GTRs landed me in the dealer a few weeks ago. He's home with one now. Woo, that's
Congratulations,
awesome.
Big Jeezy. You're a lucky guy. And that really was the other vehicle that I was really considering adding to the Raity's Rides garage. Was a GTR.
Yeah, I think that's something that you would still love.
Yes.
You would love to have a GTR.
Yes, I would.
Yes, who wouldn't, right?
Yes.
And then Asian Import, do you think the Jetta has any juice left? If so, what do you think they need to do to improve upon? Personally, the recent 25 reveal left me disappointed.
Yeah, I still think the Jetta, especially the GLI, is a great car. The challenge is that it does need a new interior. The refresh is just not going to cut it, and they need to give it more horsepower. It needs more. I don't know why the GLI has the old GTI engine and not the new upgraded GTI engine. It doesn't make any sense about that. But I'm disappointed. You have every right to be disappointed. What I'm afraid of, and I hope you're sitting down for this, is I think that after the refresh is over, I think they're going to kill the Jetta off.
Yeah, you might be right.
But Volkswagen has said that they are reinvesting money into internal combustion engine vehicles. So we'll have to see.
We will have to see. And look at this really cute super chat from Walter.
I love that.
Walter Fisser, thank you so much.
Thank you, Walter, for your generosity. That's really, really nice. And that's a cute little, what is that, little doggy?
Yeah, he's holding a trophy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, we feel amazing just to have all of you guys here. We were up to 200. We have in this take two 136 people watching.
Yeah,
so that's awesome.
Got most everybody over, but not quite everybody over from the last super chat. But that's okay because you guys are all here right now. Dana Mills super chatted. Just bought an Acura Integra manual. Love it. Best daily driver in my opinion. What's the best daily driver in your opinion?
I would have to say, if you're looking for a regular vehicle and you want something with a manual, Acura Integra is a great way to go. I think if you want a fuel sipper and you don't care about the transmission type, I think the new Camry with the MPGs, like the LE gets 51 miles of the gallon, is just, that's freaking nuts.
Yeah.
That's freaking nuts.
Yeah.
But congrats on your Integra. Fun car to drive. I enjoy driving them, and the cargo space is ridiculous in them.
Anthony Baez just searched it up. This question that we've been arguing about.
Yes.
The Camry, the Toyota Camry.
Well, thank you, Anthony. We appreciate your super chats, and thank you for doing the legwork for me. I definitely will bring that up in my next Camry review.
Yes, absolutely. And Walter,
thank you for that generosity.
Oh
you really didn't have to do that. You guys are really awesome. You know, it's like I hear other car review channels talk about, like, the people when we see them in person talk about how, you know, they're disappointed that they're not getting this car. They're disappointed about not getting that car. What I always love about our channel are the people.
I know.
I can care.
It's like impress vehicles. Like a lot of the journalists get mad because they didn't get this vehicle and to review or whatever. And that's all they bicker about. And it's like, we just love bringing whatever we can to our.
And we just love having you guys here.
Yeah.
But Walter says that he loves the Bentley Flying Spur. I remember we reviewed one of those.
Yes.
We did one of those.
We did.
Yes.
Beautiful car.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Talk about riding like on a cloud.
Mm-hmm.
We got Emily has a question. Will you review the DMC DeLorean? I would love to review a DeLorean. And what Lori and I would do is make sure that it has a flux capacitor and go back in time before any of this crazy technology came about.
But you know what's funny is we'd end up back here anyway.
We would be.
So
it'd be a total.
I don't know.
Total mind.
I don't really want to go to the future either.
Yeah, no future.
Right here.
No future, please.
I don't want to go back.
No.
I don't want to go forward.
Phil B has a super chat.
Nice.
It's only right that the next car you add to your garage is a Volkswagen Buzz. It's a Twinkie on wheels.
We'll get it in maybe we can get Twinkie to sponsor us, and then you can dress up like Twinkie the Kid.
Why do I have to dress up like Twinkie?
Because you're on.
Can we get Steven?
No, Steven's got to film it.
Oh, okay.
And
you don't want to film it?
No, I've got to hold Oscar.
Oh, okay.
So Steven will.
All right.
I mean, or I'll film it. It'll be either me or Steven.
Okay. I say Steven dresses up at the. Yeah.
No, you're Twinkie the Kid. But great suggestion, Phil.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Do you see any value in getting a Ford Edge? William wants to know.
The only value would be that you could probably get one for a really good price.
Yeah.
I'm not really the biggest fan of the Ford Edge, so it's one of those things that's kind of bland. It's kind of like plain toast.
Yeah.
Like
you like toast.
Like you're not gonna plain toast.
No, not plain.
Thank you. So if you eat plain toast, you're not going to die of starvation.
That's true.
But it's not fun.
Not really.
Just like the Ford Edge. The Ford Edge it'll get you to where you want to go, but it's not fun.
Not even any like jam on it.
No jam. Well, unless you get an ST. If you get an ST, I'll let you put a little butter on it.
A little bit of butter?
A little bit of butter. That's it, man.
Oh, God.
That's it.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. What else do we have here?
Some interesting things I'm seeing.
I don't know. Pumpkin spice Twinkies. Michael Bacon wants to know.
They do have them. They bring them out.
Well, I would hope so.
Yes, I know, right?
I mean, because that just sounds really important. When are they going? Monica wants to know, when are we going to see the 170 on the drag strip?
As soon as the break-in is done and I do an oil change for sure. That's one of the things is I'm a firm believer. If you're going to take it to the strip, each and every time you need to change the oil. I don't care how many runs you do. I don't care how many times you rev it. All that stuff, which I just saw your arm.
I don't know what my arm was doing.
I know. You're just like.
I swear to God, I haven't been drinking. I don't know.
We're high on life.
Yeah, I guess.
But
it's
stay
9:05.
tuned. It is 9:05, but it's one of those things where time always flies so fast.
It goes really fast when we do this.
It goes. I'm just so grateful we were able to get back online.
Yes.
Because this would have sucked big time. Because we were looking forward to this.
We really were. Yeah.
And it was great to have Steven here. And it's obviously great to have Jacob here. And it was great to have all of you. And I really appreciate all of you for being here. The super chatters, the people who their generosity just outstretches anything in this world.
Yes, and thank you for all of you that we lost in the power
in the
outage.
shuffle.
And coming back over, it means so much that
we were determined to get back on. I was even going to go live on the phone.
Yeah,
so we got another super chat.
Yes.
Wow.
Jashawn Gill from Canada. What about the Durango RT?
Go for it. V8 powered. It's got the best tow rating. I know that the interior, maybe some would say, is not the greatest, but it does have the 10.25-inch infotainment system.
That's true.
With the Uconnect 5.
Which is not, I think the Uconnect 5 is a good system.
You like it.
Yeah.
It's intuitive.
Yeah.
I would say jump on it.
Yeah.
But I know that it's that time, and I hate saying this. It's almost like when I got to give a car back, a car that I really like, a GTR. When I'm done driving it, I don't want to go back to the dealership and give it back. I just want to steal it.
Or when we had the GTR, the press vehicle, and they came to pick it up.
Oh, God. I was laying out behind it. I was like, you're going to have to run me over.
Yeah.
And they actually did. It was terrible. It hurt.
Yeah, that was
they were like, see ya.
I was inside just eating popcorn, watching the whole thing.
With me screaming on the ground. But we appreciate all of you. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing more live Q&As. One last thing I want to tell you. Thursday, 7:30. I can't tell you what car it is.
7:30 p.m.?
7:30 p.m.
7:30 p.m.
Eastern. 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you tune in to Raity's Rides. We got a review that's going to blow your freaking mind. It's going to blow your freaking mind. You're going to need a doggy bag to pick up the pieces of your brain because it's going to blow it everywhere.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It is disgusting, but it's going to be worth it.
Okay.
We got 2 more super chats before we roll out.
Josh and Joe, please bring it.
Yes, we are.
And then 300C and me, was there any manufacturer that was difficult to work with, letting them review one of your cars? That's a story for another day.
That's a story for another day.
When you're starting out in this business, you got to cold call.
Yeah.
And so
there have been some brands.
All of them were difficult.
All of them, most,
to
get your foot into.
To get on and to get on their list.
Yeah.
It was challenging for us to get on their list back when we had, 8,000.
I personally don't like talking behind people's backs. If the 2 brands were here, that's a real pain in my rear end, I would tell them right to their face they're a real pain in my rear end. But they're not here right now. But those, like Steven, I think Steven knows, but Steven's not going to say because I would hurt Steve. Oh, by the way, Paul Gomez is here.
Oh, Paul.
Yes, Paul Gomez. He is the manager of a great crew over at Volkswagen Brandon. First time going to Volkswagen Brandon.
Which is really great.
And he's got a great inventory, and we got cars coming tomorrow. Tomorrow's review is going to be from Volkswagen Brandon. It's going to be the 2024 Volkswagen GTI 380 Autobahn that has the 6-speed manual.
Nice.
Last end of the road to the 6-speed manual in the GTI.
Wow.
That's it. And we got it with Paul and Volkswagen Brandon. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, Paul, for being here. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the super chatters. Thank you for your computers.
Thursday, 7:30.
7:30 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to blow your freaking mind.
And we'll see you
telling you.
Soon.
Well, we'll see you on the next ride. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
What is wrong with us?
I don't know.
Bye.
Bye.